Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hitman Reborn Battle Arena. Where we last left off, we were playing Chrome. In today's episode, we're going to be playing Hibari. Kiyoya Hibari. So, how do I even begin with this character? This character might be one of the most popular Hitman Reborn characters in the entire series. And it's just because he got a lot of fangirls. Well, no. It's actually a real debate whether he's more popular or Murkrow is more popular than each other. And I'm only thinking Murkrow simply because Murkrow would actually attract like the power scale shuds. But Hibari was introduced in, I don't have the chapter anymore, but he was first introduced as a kind of like an antagonist for like a short small chapter or two. Basically he got tired of, he basically had to do his job because Suna, Gokudera, and Yamamoto were constantly just like messing around on school grounds. So he kind of just was like, hey, you guys are being disturbed, a disturbance to the environment of school. So I'm gonna put a stop to this. And by put a stop to this, I mean I'm gonna beat you up. Because truth is, Hibari only way of fixing the problem is through violence. Nothing but violence. Always violence. Always choosing violence. But he pretty much is like, I want to say a rival to Suna because he doesn't really get treated like a rival. But for the first couple of chapters that he's introduced, he constantly has this thing where he wants to fight Suna. Because Suna happened to actually pair up against him really well in a one-on-one fight. And they never got to finish their fight. So there's this constant thing where Reborn is constantly like, hey, if you cooperate, I'll let you have a fight with Suna. And then it become a running gag kind of, where, alright, look, if you cooperate, the last person who beats you up, I'll give you a chance to have the run back. And it keeps going and going and going until he stopped losing. But Hibari catchphrase bite me. He's constantly using slang that refers to chewing food or like fangs. Eventually it gets to a point which I won't talk about now because I think we'll have more of it in the next game. Which, by the way, hey guys, we're at the halfway point kind of. I'm just as surprised as you are that we're at the halfway point. But let's actually talk about the character moveset a bit. He's a record character. He was also, so he's a record character, and I don't know if I would say he is one of the best characters. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Where was I? Sorry. Something happened. Okay. So, I'm not sure if Hibari is one of the best characters in the game or is the best character in the game. So let's talk about his moves. Quarter circle forward is a Rekka move. A Rekka move is basically a set of moves that is continuously combo into each other. So example, if you want to use Street Fighter, is Harin from Street Fighter. Her palm strike are a Rekka move. Sometimes Rekkas require you to re-input the motion as well. So I double checked for this one. You don't have to redo the motion. You just have to press quarter circle. You just have to, and if you want to continue doing the Rekka, you just press the button. In case you're wondering, doing different buttons doesn't really change the Rekka set. It just keeps it the same. The difference between heavy and medium Rekka is that heavy is 2 Rekkas, while medium is 3 Rekkas. Weak is like just 1 Rekka. Well, not one Rekka. Weak is a Rekka, but it's just short length. The strength of the button also depend on length as well. Here's an interesting thing about Hibari though. He can hit confirm into his Rekkas, which unlike a lot of characters, they can't really hit confirm into their specials. So it's really cool to see a character that can hit confirm into their from normal to special, which means jabs are actually useful. Jabs are useful. He can't. Let me make sure to say this right. He can't. He can actually do light to medium, but it can't be too many lights, and from medium you can go into the Rekka set. Just as well. What am I about to say? His Rekka does a lot of chip damage. It does a lot of chip damage and a lot of guard damage. His Rekka are almost safe, but I wouldn't say they're all the way safe. They set you a good amount of distance between each other. If the person is using a weapon, then they will most likely be able to punish you off of a Rekka on block, but otherwise you should be fine for the most part. His other move, his quarter circle back, is a rush punch, and it is his worst move. There's no reason to really use it. It's too slow on startup, and it's kind of also trying to be an anti-air. The only real reason, and this is a really odd reason for this particular character, and I'll explain more later, but the only reason you would want to use the move is you want to get in, and you want to cross the gap with really quickly. That being said, however, there's no reason to use it because Hibari is best played defensively. And it's weird because usually Rekka characters aren't really played offensively, defensively. And when you realize how a lot of his moves work, they work better off of counter hits. And he's very much a more punishing character. He punished out. He has a lot of quick buttons because of the fact that he has a lot of quick buttons, and he's very much better when he is punishing his opponents rather than just being on the aggression, which kind of low accurate, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's an interesting way of having his character. He definitely is like best when played defensively. But at the same time, you wouldn't really want to play him too defensively. He's very weak to DPs. Speaking of DPs, he has one. Light DP won't knock them down unless they're in the air, which obviously. Medium will knock them down on counter hit, but it could also knock them down if they're like extremely close to you. Heavy will knock them down no matter what. They do slightly have more distance, depending on your strength, but it really does not matter too much. You want to use DP just to more force pressure in the corner, because like you could just regular your way, but at the same time, if you do light DP, essentially they'll kind of just be stuck in the corner and can't really dodge your next move. The record can be jumped, that's a problem, and plus like when it comes to a lot of incoming moves, just DP is just a good answer for a lot of just jumping moves, you know. I will say, as usual, Xanthus is a bad matchup for Hibari because he's one of the best characters. However, it's also, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, as you just saw right now, his air grab, for some insane reason, does 50% health. Hibari does most of his damage off a counter hit. That's why I am saying that he is a counter hit character. He's a punishing character. And then we have 10-year-old Hibari, who I don't know if I would say he's better. I would mostly say he's better, but not fully. The main reason I is that really he's a really fun character when it comes to this game. And it's interesting how as we get further and further, we can kind of see actual police characters. They kind of have an idea of what they want to do. I want to mention his attacks have just low priority. So when it comes to crashing, he'll just usually lose out. Also, he can hit confirm both, which amazing, great, fantastic. I love it. But yeah, he's really Hibari justice in this game, and he feels like an actual playable character. I just wish, I really wish, all the other characters in this game got the same treatment as Hibari. But it is what it is. Also, so fun fact about what you're about to see. This ending screen, it actually reminded me, oh yeah, Hibari got trained by Dino. I completely forgot Dino had a relationship with Hibari. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching.